Welcome to the Capstone Restaurant Group DM Check and Wage Report Overview. Please note wages and names have been changed for all team members and restaurants for privacy reasons. Blue tabs on this report are going to be for the DMs to review each pay period, while the green tabs are going to be for market leaders to review. The Detail tab has many purposes, such as home restaurant, worked restaurant, team member IDs, payment type, hours, retro pay, and internal invoices. It also captures the team member's rate of pay, the last rate increase or decrease date, and labor matrix for hours and wages. Here are a few reminders for this tab. If a team member is asking how they were paid, you can refer to the Detail tab, find the team member's name, and it will state if it was direct deposited or a live check. Here you can see Patty received a live check, while Sky received a direct deposit. Team members will also show multiple times if they are borrowed from another restaurant. The home restaurant is where they are currently in our payroll system. The worked restaurant is where the team member worked and where the hours were charged. Here it is an example of where a team member's home restaurant is $3.45. The worked restaurant was $3.45, and they were charged 69.58 regular hours and 3.27 overtime hours. Now the same team member whose home restaurant is $3.45 worked at a borrowing restaurant of $9.61. The hours worked there were 6.5 regular hours. These regular hours will be charged to restaurant 961. A salaried manager that worked at multiple restaurants will not show a different worked restaurant on the report. Accounting will change this on the backside as payroll notes the borrowed restaurants based on the cover sheets turned into payroll. Please note if a team member was paid hours for a prior pay period, they will show on the current DM check and wage report in addition to their hours. For example, Patty worked 13.78 regular hours on the 8/1 check. This report here is for the 8/1 check. But on 7/18, the restaurant forgot to put her 33 hours of PTO. Since we have already passed the 7/18 check, we will now process the 33 PTO hours onto a pay card for the team member. Now that we are processing the 8/1 pay period, this will show up on the 8/1 DM check and wage report. Another example is we had issues with reporting and Sky missed 5 regular hours on the 7/18 check. Since 7/18 has been processed, we will manually process payment to a pay card. He is showing 77.40 regular hours, which was an alert to the DM as he only worked 72.40 regular hours on the 8/1 check. DM will now subtract the manual payment of the 5 hours, which comes out to be the 72.4 regular hours. Since both 8/1 hours and the missed hours for 7/18 were processed during this time, their total hours were combined. Now that we've shown you the home restaurant, the worked restaurant, ID, team member name, check type, hours paid, retro, internal invoice, last wage increase or decrease date, their current hourly wage or base rate, followed along with their labor matrix hours and wages, we're going to move on to the total wage and hours tab. Here you can see total wages including PTO on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you can see total labor hours for all departments. Now we're moving on to the direct labor matrix summary. Here you can see the total direct labor matrix wages, which include Department 10 PTO credit. On the far right, you can see the total direct labor matrix hours for departments 20, 40, and 50. Now we're on the wage rate analysis. Here you can see the average wage by minimum and maximum for the shift leader role. You can filter these by restaurant. The next pivot table on this tab is going to be the min and the max for the shift leader by DM, followed along with the min and the max for crew by restaurant, and then the min and the max for crew by DM. Now for the green summary tabs, these are going to be reviewed by market leaders. The management summary is going to show a total count for each team member in each restaurant by their job code. This is going to also be broken down by average and historical data throughout. The sales and transaction tab is going to show each restaurant with their sales and the total hours for this pay period. The efficiency tab is going to break down that sales and transaction with averages and historical data. Thank you for watching the Capstone Restaurant Group DM Check-in Wage Report.